Hey, it's Dan Morales, and this is Homebuyer Radio, episode number 30. And this week we're going to continue on the road of stupid things people do to screw up their mortgage approval, okay? This week what I want to talk about is applying for new debt after you've applied for your mortgage, okay? So you've got your mortgage pre-approval, and you're headed towards, closing and buying a house. And you say, gosh, man, I've got this new house. There's all kinds of stuff we need for the new house. We're going to need that new big screen TV. We're going to need some furniture. And shoot, while we're at it, we probably even need a new car to park in the driveway there, right? So what happens is, now granted, this is an extreme scenario, right? So what happens is you go through and you apply for some form of new credit prior to closing on your new house, okay? And you don't think it's a big deal because hey, the bank's already gave me my pre-approval. I'm good to go, good stuff like that. And what you probably didn't realize is prior to your loan closing, we're going to pull an updated credit report, right? And that updated credit report could just be a number of days prior to your loan closing. When we get that updated credit report, it's going to tell us whether or not you've inquired for any form of new credit, and if you've maybe been granted some new credit too, right? So if you've inquired for new credit, guess what? Now you got to explain what you inquired for new credit for. And Lord forbid you actually open an account. Now I've got to document what the required payments are as part of that account. If you are already pushing the limit of what you could qualify for, you may have just blown your loan approval. Okay. Now I know, if you're out shopping, hey, you get 25% off if you open a, Best Buy credit card or, Kohl's credit card or something like that. Don't do it. Okay. Because you're going to screw up your loan approval, or you could potentially screw up your loan approval if you do that. I can't tell you how many times I have seen that happen. I'm going to give you an example. I had one just recently, where I had some really wonderful clients, was super excited to help them buy their house. And between the point where we gave them their initial pre-approval and they were getting ready to close on their house, they decided to go out and buy some really nice engagement rings for each other, which is awesome. Like I love when people are in love, okay? That's a great thing. Unfortunately, the thing that they did is they bought them on credit, and they bought such nice rings that there was a nice monthly payment associated with those rings that they bought, and that monthly payment blew their loan approval, right? So they just blew up their ability to buy the house. So that left us with really only a couple of options, right? The first one is, hey guys, I hope you love the rings because you're not going to buy a house. You can continue to rent. The second option is take them back. That's what they did. They took them back. Fortunately, they were able to take them back, and we were able to, if you will, bring back to life their loan approval, okay? So that is the second stupid thing people do, and we tell you don't do it, right? When you work with us, we educate you about this process. And I know it's a lot of information. It's almost, overkill, some of the stuff. But, usually I tell folks, just maintain life, man. Don't increase your balances on credit cards. Even if it's an existing account, don't go out and charge more and increase your balances, especially if you're already pushing the limit of what we can qualify you for, because you could blow up your loan approval, and we don't want that for you. Okay, so don't go out and inquire for new debt. Don't open new debt. Even if you're well qualified and you open new debt, what you can end up doing is you can end up delaying your loan closing, because if you got, let's say, 30% off at Best Buy for that new big screen TV, now I've got to document the terms of repayment. Well, guess what? Sometimes those creditors are super slow at documenting those terms of repayment, and that could end up delaying your loan closing. So again, don't do those things because they can kind of come back to bite you in the rear, okay? Again, my name is Dan Morales with North Point Bank. My MLS number is 709729. We do lend throughout the majority of the country, so if you're in the process of getting ready to buy a house, want to get pre-approved, or you get an offer accepted, maybe you want to build a house. We do a lot of construction loans too. Or you want to refinance a house that you already own, we'd love to have the opportunity to work with you. You can reach me at 616-931-4629. Email is dan@danmorales.com, or hit me on the web at danmorales.com, DANMORALEZ.com. And remember, North Point Bank is an equal housing lender.